So a warm welcome to you all. We will be on the way very shortly, once all the pleasantries are complete. The teams then, Real Madrid against Chelsea. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
A quick look at the lineups. That's got things underway. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Jadon Sancho was one of the first of a new generation of English players who seemed prepared to head abroad at an early age, and you have to admire what he's achieved. When you look at how far he's come, it's clearly worked for the best, and you only need to check his stats for goals and assists over that time. Marvellous.
Okay, interesting. James tries the route one option. Ball is over the line. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Keeps everyone guessing. Lofted into the middle. Brought forward. What does he try from here? Cucurella. Sancho. Pedro Neto. Played out to the right. Here it is now, surely! Rodrigo. Bellingham. Camavinga. Valverde. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Valverde. Fran Garcia. Looks like a good ball through. Mbappe beats the offside trap. Bellingham was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. James. James. Nkunku. James. Cucurella. Pedro Neto. Neto has a go! He's done very well to get to that.
Oh, he made that look really easy, Peter, but I can assure you that wasn't a routine save. He had to be very switched on there.
It's a long forward pass. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Well, the players are making their point, but the ref clearly isn't interested. He's waved them all away. Oh, lots on that one, but he couldn't find the target.
Well, I wasn't expecting him to try his luck from so far out, but that was close. I mean, it kept the keeper on his toes.
Lucas Vazquez pumps it upfield. Bellingham. Nkunku goes on a charge down the left. And it's the goalkeepers to claim. And the whistle goes for half-time. No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. So off we go once more. 0-0 then, and we're back underway. James gets into the right position to intercept. Cucurella. Caicedo. Mbappe. Rodrigo. Shoots! Danger averted for now. Pedro Neto is the guilty party there. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Yeah, and he's just entered the last chance saloon. One wrong move now, and he's in trouble.
And he's there to make a great save.
That wasn't the easiest of saves by any means, Peter, and I think his instincts were, well, they were just razor sharp.
Defence has got rid of that. Valverde. Palmer gets it away. Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. Bellingham floats one over. Shade too heavy. Keeper can pick that up. Sancho. Fran Garcia positions himself well and cuts it out. Camavinga. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Camavinga looks to dink one in. Goes for goal! Tried the volley, but no.
Well, the contact was absolutely perfect for me, but the direction was pretty ugly, and that really was a back to the training ground moment.
Camavinga. Someone looks like he's in need of protection here.
Look, stopping him is imperative. It may not eliminate trouble, but it'll reduce it.
Mbappe with the ball through. He's had a go! That is wayward.
I think he's done very well to get into such a good position in front of goal, but he just couldn't put in the telling touch.
Who's going to make this theirs? James. Spoon forward. Fofana. Looks to slip it through. Courtois catches it safely. Chelsea keeping their men at arm's length here.
Yeah, I just think it's a conservative move to deny...
That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And he's going to have his name taken. And the defence can get it clear. James. The final 5 minutes. Sancho, Palmer, James, Fran Garcia, cuts it out. Lucas Vazquez. That's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. And that's going to be a booking. Trick into stoppage time, and it is still 0-0. Rodrigo, Mbappe, Camavinga. Now it's Mbappe. Palmer can hoist it clear. Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. And that's been repelled. Shot at goal! Ball's loose, who's getting there? Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
The keeper has shown great concentration there. I think his anticipation pretty much did the trick for him.
Rodrigo goes short. Lucas Vazquez, and he's there to hoof it away. And that's that. Well, a frustrating game for attackers on either side. They hardly had a sniff. Defence is broadly in charge, and it has finished goalless. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, neither side could get over the line here. Perhaps one team might be happier, but at the final reckoning, it's on.